The Plain of Jars can be found near Phonsavan. It is an archaeological landscape dating back to the late Iron Age of Southeast Asia, 500 BC to 500 AD. According to local Lao legend, the jars were created by a race of giants. Other places to visit around Phonsavan are Pha That Temple, built in 1564, a rice noodle making village, and an aluminum spoon village.
Well, here we are at the bus depot in Luang Prabang, catching our bus to Phonsavan, which should be a pleasant 8-hour drive. And this is our chariot. At least this time we got a reasonable seat. A little advice: if you're taking the bus and the bus is there, put a bag on your seat. They fill up quickly, and if you're promised a seat, don't hold your breath. Put a bag on it and stake your claim. That's pretty much how it works.
Our destination could not come soon enough. Thankfully, we had already made plans to fly to Pak Se, so we would not have to endure another trip like this one when our 2-day visit was over. We did stop for lunch, which was a nice break, as some of the passengers were starting to feel the effects of this long trip. We passed by many villages with locals going about their day-to-day business. The mountain views with deep valleys were incredible. The hilltop road was windy and in rough shape due to the many trucks that use it.
Top of the Russian tank,
Yes.
we call PT-76. It's used by the group of Viet Cong.
Oh, okay.
Viet Cong. But it's not like Russian support. 50% not explode because they drop low.
Oh, not
And the
high enough to
shell-
detonate them.
Yeah, normally it would be 5 to 6 or 5 to 10,000 meters from the air.
Mm-hmm.
That the drop and the shell open. So
Right.
the small one have the spinning.
Just, okay.
They have the line spinning. If not reach to the line spinning, explode. No, it
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
explode. And this is the reason when you work and you use some metal hit
Yeah,
them,
you hit them.
boom,
Yeah.
directly. But there are 3 types of this. This the first one. Inside is a chemical, or we call napalm.
Oh, napalm, yes,
The
I remember
most
that.
suffer one. They not kill you directly, but they will burn your skin.
It burns you, yes.
Yeah, for sure. The local people, they try to forget the war and the
to
past.
get money after the plant rise or harvest.
Okay.
So they just like come to sit on the pot for cooking and make noodle. So this road will go into south of Phonsavan or south of Laos. Go to Pak Se, Pak San, Salavan, Savanakhet. We go down there, and also go direct from here to Vientiane.
Mhm.
So the people, they will stop the car, the van, the bus here to buy noodle from here.
Okay.
If you go and buy noodle in Vientiane or some place long way, same noodle from here, they do like a double price. So you buy here better. Something.
Yeah. They're making noodles. They'll cut these noodles up. It's kind of pretty cool.
The Buddha bears the scars of the Second Indochina War. In 1966, the temple was destroyed by aircraft gunfire. Now, only the pillars accompany the Buddha. That Foon Stupa was built in 1576. The stupa was erected to cover the ashes of Lord Buddha that were brought from India at a time when Buddhism was proliferating in Laos. Plain of Jars Site 2 is where we started our tour, as we thought there would be less people. Here you'll find 2 different locations, one in the open atop of a hill, the second in a wooded area. Very interesting to see something like this, and it makes you wonder, why here? Why altogether? Enjoying our fresh rice noodle for lunch that we purchased earlier in the day.
The wood and the hardwood you burn, you make fire, and they collect it and beat it again by the water. Then they make it. And the wooden now they not use the hardwood because the hardwood doesn't make the strong, the heat very strong. So they use from the pine tree. From the pine tree, much more stronger.
We're off to see number 3 Field of Jars, Site 3. So this would be something to walk through, like 3 or 4 months ago when before the rice was harvested. But it's still interesting.
In front of us we see another crater, a reminder of the past bombings. There are so many jars in different states, from broken, fallen over, standing tall, and some with pieces missing. The function of the jars is still debated, with some archaeologists suggesting that they were prehistoric mortuary vessels. Another theory that the jars were used as distilling vessels, where a body would be placed inside and left to decompose, which would then be removed to allow cremation or reburial of the skeletal remains. Plain of Jars Site 3 was our favorite site to visit because you could walk through some of the countryside, which in itself is very interesting and beautiful. The landscape is something I do not get tired of. We can only imagine what it would look like with the rice ready to harvest.
The giant jar. I think it's around 15 tons. It's massive. Compared to everything else, it's massive.
Plain of Jars Site 1 was the last site we visited in the day. We thought that there would not be many people, but instead lots of people were dressed in traditional clothing. We enjoyed seeing the colorful outfits. Our guide Lar explained to us that the dressing up was something people did to celebrate the new year.